Okay, we should be back up. Uh, yeah, I mean, even if I restart, that's no fault of your own. Like I said, it's not really hard to give away. The comment just doesn't count if you're not a follower, but you are already a follower, so I'm not trying to make it challenging for people to enter the giveaway. That's the whole point. Is it's relatively easy. I don't know why it does that though, because like I force close everything down and then reopen it, and I don't even have to do anything. It just pulls the OneNote back up. But 2 seconds ago, it doesn't want to see it. Oh well. Just the joys of technology and trying to stream. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. Let's see here. Go ahead and get started here in a few minutes as far as the deep dive goes. But obviously, thank you guys for being here for the first giveaway. The way things are going to work for those who are here and don't already know, we will be doing 3 drawings or 3 spins of the wheel here within the next few hours. Stream will run as always on Saturday from 8 p.m. Central Time to midnight Central Time. All you have to do to enter the giveaway is be a follower of the channel or follow the channel and leave a comment in the chat. So at 9 o'clock we will do our first spin, and whoever ends up coming out on top will receive the first place tier prizes, and then we'll do that same thing again at 10 o'clock and then 11 o'clock. In your specific case, I can deliver stuff. That is correct, because you are like 2 minutes away from me, so I could literally walk to you. But shipping is included with any of the prizes. If you want to review the actual prize options, I'll go over them when I do the spin, but they are in the document posted in giveaway details on the Discord, so you can read through them. But basically, the longer we go throughout the night, the better the prizes will be for that next respective winner. If you happen to be extremely lucky and you win multiple times, unfortunately, you're not getting multiple sets of prizes. We're doing 3 giveaways. I want at least 3 different people to win. So you will receive whatever the highest option is. Oh, you were talking to Catboy. I got you. Yeah, he definitely did take some damage. I don't know if maybe Streamlabs is just not smart enough to know. Let me move the chat box up. Let's see, it's not. Unlock that. Let me see. Oh, that's why. I just need to do that. There we go. That fixes that. Yeah, I'm not sure how to rectify it, honestly. Let me see. I think there's one thing I can do. I'm not sure if it's going to work, though, because, yeah, Junior, you actually took quite a bit of damage yesterday, but I think because we were on a different tab, it didn't actually account for it. Let's see if that works. Oh, shit. That's not what I meant to do. Holy shit. Oh no. Okay, well that isn't that's not what we were going for at all. Okay, let's do this. I'm just gonna, yeah, I definitely clicked the wrong button. Alright, because that's where he should be at, is 150. So we're just gonna say, John's close enough. But your icon will still be there, Junior. So I'm not gonna tell you to like spend $1 to beef it back up if you want, but that's what your health bar should actually straight up should be at based on last night's stream. So you still got your face rolling around. My bad, I fat fingered the fucking. I don't know. I think Streamlabs just auto generated a name. There's not a way for me to fix it. There actually isn't. But we know that John is Junior's account. Yeah, I have no idea who John is, but Streamlabs thought it was fit for John to be the face that they threw on for me. Actually, I don't. Let's see. And Men's a Monkey, welcome to the chat. Oh my god. Men's Monkey, you're an actual idiot, bro. I think my John HP should be higher. Well, you're not John, first of all. Second of all, if you were, this works the same way. You want to be stream boss, all you gotta do is follow, donate, or cheer, or sub actually. Follows, donations, cheers, or subs all do it. But I accidentally hit donation, Junior. That's why. But like, Streamlabs just randomly decided that it was gonna count as like a $10 donation, so it actually just randomly fucked you. My bad. It should have, in theory, donated like $1, and then it would just done 100 HP. But oh well. Here we are. At least you got Saitama floating around on the face. And honestly, it's up to you, man, because it's not that big of a deal in the scheme of things. Like, that's what your HP bar should be at. So if you care that it says John, cool. Knowing how you've been the past like 6 streams, yeah, I was gonna say, like, you would have had to donate $8 instead of $1 to get your health bar back. So wait, why does it still say John? Hold on, I'm gonna try to fix this. What the fuck? What the fuck actually just happened? Hey, bro, I guess you're John now. Let me see. Let me see what the fuck's going on. Let's see, where is the stream boss widget? Here's what we're gonna do. Wow, what the fuck? This is actually retarded. It wants to use my name, but it doesn't want to use yours. 50. You don't have to come back at 9 to comment again, Junior. You're entered for all 3 giveaways. I've told you this like 80 times. Yeah, so you want to hang out, feel free, but let me see. Try to fix this shit. Oh, fuck it. I'll just make it easy on myself. Add extra zeros on it, and then Jesus Christ. It's John again. Either way. How much does it cost to have an icon float around like Saitama? You just have to be the stream boss. So in theory, it would take $10, and then you would be the new stream boss. Here's what I'm gonna do though. Now that John is in theory, I can just do that, do that, do that, and then follow, and then follow. Alright. That's about as good as I can do to fix the problem. So now it would take 50 cents if you use bits, which are about equal to a penny. Alright, well, I'm done worrying about that. So hopefully that'll fix itself whenever someone follows or donates or whatever they want to do. Until then, John will reign supreme. Where is the table? I'm at the table. What do you mean? It's covered in sauce. No, we did a pretty good job of not getting sauce all over the table, actually. Oh, I do need to fix this one other widget though, because I did not get 6 subs. It would be nice, but let's see if I can find. It's gonna be. And there we go. Alright. Well, that's fixed. Personalities, welcome to the chat. Okay. My overlay design senses are crying. Hey. I'm sorry to make you weep, it's True Blue. How have you been, by the way? You know, it's good to hear that your ban is over. But how are things going? I'm dying inside. Holy shit. Well, that is not good. sorry to hear that. Hopefully things get better for you. Okay. Put on some music real quick, and then we can start working on the deep dive. Because we're already 20 minutes in and we haven't actually done anything. Which, it happens. Technical difficulties. But I want to go ahead and get started. Our list isn't super long, so we should be able to knock out some stuff today. Where is my music? There we go. And then change it to here. Alright. Let me catch up on the chat real quick. I'm fine, but I have no idea what I'm doing or what's going on anymore. Like with school or work or all of the above, just life in general. And my sinus infection is still lingering, so that's a bitch. What's the deep dive for? We're working on diseases and curses. So we have, honestly, not our biggest list, but let me go ahead and pull up the list real quick. So in some cases we got a description of a virus. In some cases we got a name of a virus or a curse, disease, whatever you want to name it. So if someone sees one that they want to start on, we'll go ahead and start on it and try to see what we can hammer out before 9 o'clock, and then we'll spin the first wheel. Angry Meatball says Scotch will fix it. I have heard that, actually. I'm not sure if Scotch will reach the mucus stuck as far inside my head as possible. Don't doubt the power of Scotch. The wiring in the background is an electrical violation? You mean the power cords? I will cable manage that eventually. Not a whole lot I can do about it right now because I need this cable coming out here. Once I get a few other things done, I'll fix that. But just avert your eyes. You should be looking at me anyways. Or these dragons above my head. You can look at those. Don't look that way. Close your eyes. True Blue says, my only symptom now is that you can fucking hear the congestion in my head. Ooh. But yeah, whoever wants to throw out the first suggestion, we'll go ahead and flesh out our first curse. Well, that's good, at least that you can breathe fine. My boy Abe was throwing out some wild ideas. I wonder if he's going to show up tonight. Sick of my mom telling me I sound congested. Whew. Yeah, my boy Abe was throwing out some wild stuff last stream. Like, to the point that I was confused at certain points. But I don't know if anyone besides Angry Meatball got to see the live stream last night, but that was a lot of fun. That was obviously very different. Certified Wetback, welcome to the chat. Speaking of last night's stream, the boy who ran away, he's come to say hello. It was something. I mean, I had fun, and the people here had fun for the most part. I think I don't know. Were you there the whole time, Angry Meatball? Obviously, it was a little harder to interact with the chat, so I wasn't really checking. But Certified Wetback did, Catboy, at the very end of the night. Certified Wetback was deemed the biggest bitch, meaning that he had to eat the quote unquote hottest sauce. And so as soon as the game was getting ready to end and he was gonna have to eat it, he literally got up, walked outside, and he left after locking me and the rest of the players in the garage. So, if you weren't sure if he was... I think I was there until 1:30 your time. So you were there for most of it. You were there for most of it. You definitely saw some of the more painful moments in terms of... Wait, did you see me cry last night, Meatball? I'm not sure what time that was. Because that was Sauce 8. You might have been there for that. Yeah, you probably were there for that. It's True Blue. So basically last night I had a special stream where I had a bunch of friends over and we ordered literally 100 wings from Wingstop and got all of the current Hot One sauces. And so we played a game of like Truth or Dare. Yeah, it was pretty cool. I'll put the unedited version of the stream up tomorrow, so that way if you want to rewatch it or anyone wants to see how much of a fool we made ourselves look like, you can. But basically, we played Truth or Dare. The loser of which, or whoever was the biggest bitch, is how we called it, had to eat the hottest sauce in the lineup. And so Certified Wetback was the biggest bitch. Oof, BRB grandma needs me. No worries. I was there long enough to find out your friend was trying to catfish you guys all night. What do you mean? Which friend was trying to catfish us? Are you talking about like I forget what her name was. It was something Heaven. The Florida one? Oh, okay. Yeah. Heather. Yeah, that was funny. That was very unexpected. Let's see. My bouncing box is being a dummy again. Okay, there we go. Well, or not. Maybe that didn't do that. Didn't do what I thought it did. Probably hit save settings would help. Alright, there we go. Down. And there we go. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pick a curse and we'll go ahead and get this thing started. let's go ahead and start with. Let's start with this one because I thought this was a cool idea. So a cursed weapon that when the person afflicted by the curse, uses a critical or scores a critical, they deal the same amount of damage to themselves. I think this was from Angry Meatball. So I think you had also said something along the lines of expanding the range of the critical, but let's see. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I imagine an expanded crit range, 18 to 20 maybe. I think that's good. Moonspire says first. You weren't first, but welcome to the chat. I will add you to the wheel here in a second. This is my entry for the giveaway. Good to know. Makes the threat of crits more prominent, but even when you switch to another weapon with a normal crit range, the curse persists. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I would agree that the curse should not be specifically to the weapon, so that way it, is even more fucked. Alright, I actually already got you on there, so perfect. What kind of weapon are we thinking this is? Need a weapon type and then a name. The first thing that comes to my mind is like literally a double-edged sword, but an axe from Morningstar, something brutal. Okay. And then what do we want to name it? What do we call this cursed acts of brutal savagery? Are all these actually here? God dang. After a unique character? Or what? What would be the alternative? Ooh. Ooh. This ties into what I wanted to do for next week. I want to do, I'm going to say demigods is going to be the topic for next week, just because I haven't found a word that's more apt. But, thank you for the posture check, Catboy. Or name it something evocative, but evocative names can easily be cheesy and stupid. Boomerang, mirror. Okay. Fair enough. Hmm. Ooh. I don't know. Shit. The word executioner comes to mind if we go with an axe. I got it. I got it. Nah, not executioner's axe. Say it's 19th to the 21st. Change this real quick. That a 20. Oh, that was a waste of time. Maybe something involving gambling. Demigods of my world are frequently called saints or the hallowed, if either of those jump out to you. What is that? I'm gonna just put that right here. So, yeah, that'll be our topic for Monday. But as far as like a demigod idea, like I could imagine a story of like literally just this either powerful warrior or literal like executioner slash judge who, you know, just just loose thread story, for whatever reason regrets everything he's done towards the end of his life, and that lingering will or that curse or whatever we want to call it causes his favored weapon to have this effect on people who use it. Hey, welcome to the chat, Ivilon. It's nice to have you here. You are actually here on a great day because it is our first giveaway stream. This is a primarily D&D world building stream, but I do a variety of other things or plan to do a variety of other things the longer that the stream goes on. So all you got to do if you're interested in qualifying for the giveaway, you already did the first part, which is leaving a comment on the chat. The only other thing is following the channel. So if D&D world building or role playing games in general, any of that interests you, be sure to click the follow button. But thanks for coming in the chat. Right now, we are working on cursed items, curses in general, and diseases. Saturday nights, we usually do our deep dive where we kind of build out from some of the ideas that we came up with earlier in the week. So right now we are deciding on a name for a cursed axe that afflicts the user with a curse where their critical range is increased, but they also take damage equal to any of the crits they land. Welcome back, it's True Blue. And very well said, Angry Meatball. Collaborative world building is what we're all about. Monday, Wednesday, Saturday is all about collaborative world building here. But yeah, as I was saying, I think I could really see like I could really see the remorseful executioner being like an actual character. Mm-hmm. System agnostic. That's a good term. Yeah, even though D&D is my primary game of choice, there is almost no reason that any of this stuff can't be taken and planted into another game, another format. So, do you have any experience with D&D or any other role-playing games? And if not, how did you find your way into the archive? I need to reset the follower goal real quick because that is not the right number. And I definitely want that to be accurate. Do that real fast. Maybe the damage dealt back to the wielder should be psychic damage. Good call, True Blue. Good call. Let's see. I will add that on here in just a second. I'm just fixing the follower goal bar. Okay, 100, 68. Oh, no, that's not an 8. cool. I don't know that there's much more we can do with this specifically, but feel free to throw out any more comments in regards to the weapon or the curse itself. And then we'll actually flesh out the character next Saturday when we do the deep dive for that. Let's see. And so far, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So far, we got 7 people qualified for the giveaway. Very cool. Psychic damage, okay. Alright, well, we can always come back to it. If you guys have other ideas, feel free to throw them out. Let's see, which one do we want to do next? A lot of these were very odd suggestions. Ooh, okay, I liked this one though. This one I think came from Catboy. Correct me if I'm wrong. Pretty sure you came up with Curse of Loquaciousness. You have to talk a lot. And then I'm going to do 2. Nah, we'll just focus on the 1. Okay, let's outline the Curse of Loquaciousness then, Catboy. You have to talk a lot, but what are the specific parameters we got to figure out? So in this case, because it's not a weapon, we need to figure out how do you get afflicted with the curse. We need to figure out what specifically talking a lot means, right? Do you just ramble and drone on and on and on like I tend to do sometimes? Maybe. But we need to figure out what it does, how you get it, and how you get rid of it. So, how does one get the Curse of Loquaciousness? Hag. Okay. We'll say causes. Okay. Effects. Creature afflicted with this curse is unable to short sentences if the creature must okay. Okay. Let's see. If you spend more than a few minutes with another person, you must start talking to them. say start talking. Will before to start talking. That can hear it after 3 rounds will begin to start talking. I'll just be more, yeah, be more specific anyways. We'll need to speak a sentence. That's really what I should have put. Every 3 rounds after, if the afflicted creature is aware of the presence, they must speak another sentence. A creature afflicted with this curse may attempt to resist It's True Blue says, I would think it just means they talk a lot. Yes, they talk a lot, but we've got to be specific because if a player is afflicted with this curse, you know, you could just say, hey man, you got to talk a lot, but that's going to mean different things to different players, you know, because talking, you know, for some people, talking a lot could just mean like just making random ass noises and being dumb with it, but that's not what we want. Ooh. Damn. Imagine having to shut up for a week. What time is it actually? Oh, it's almost time for the first spin. Hey. All right. Cool. Well, I'll go ahead and pick out the next one, and then we can keep talking about the Curse of Loquaciousness if anyone has anything else to add. And then I'll do the spin here in a couple minutes, and then we'll be able to keep on going and just plug right along. We're going to do Curse of the Count next. Another cheesy one, but I kind of like the cheesy ones. I think there's probably a better way we can say Curse of the Count, though. And do you think Curse of Loquaciousness is the best way to say that? Like, I think loquaciousness should be in the name, but do we just want to say Curse of, or is there a better way of saying, like, I don't know. To make it sound more, I don't know. Cursive just sounds so simple. Oh, I gotcha. That shows the name for the Sesame Street reference. I gotcha. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. Got a couple minutes. Let's see. All right. Well, we got a couple minutes before the first spin, so if you are here and you have not said anything in the chat, definitely drop a comment. And if you're not already following, definitely click that follow button, so that way you can get in on this first spin. We'll have two more, one at 10 o'clock and then one at 11 o'clock. But if you don't want to miss out on that first spin, make sure you leave a comment and follow the channel. You got probably about 30 to 60 seconds. The psychological phenomenon is called arithmomania. Several types of vampires from around the world have been attributed with it for hundreds of years. That's an actual thing. It's True Blue. He's talking about Curse of the Count. All right. It is officially 9 o'clock, so last call. If you are not already in the chat, not already following, I'm about to pull up the wheel and spin it. And once it spins, it is official. So let me go ahead and pull over to our wheel real quick. Give me just a moment. Let me double check I got everyone on here. Alright, let's move it over. Alright. So I've got Moon Spiders, Junior's Account, Catboy Tad, Men's a Monkey, It's True Blue, Personalities, and Certified Wetback have all qualified for the first round of giveaway. Let me see. Alright. Well, that's it. That's the cutoff. Let's spin it. Oh my god, he actually won on the first fucking try. There's no way. Okay. Oh man, that dude was so confident that he was gonna win, and he won on the first spin. Alright, Junior's Account, you are officially the first winner of tonight's giveaway. So I'm gonna go ahead and read out your prize options. Junior's Account, you have the option to pick 2 versions of any of the journals listed on the Amazon wish list that I posted in the Discord server. You can choose either any size magnet, any mug. Well, there's only one mug, so you can have a mug, any size magnet, or 2 stickers from the Aiden's Archive merch store. Or you can take a $10 Amazon e-gift card. So I will get with you after the stream tonight. And we will figure out what you want to do. But congratulations on being the first winner. Yeah, I figured, but either way, I still want to say it for the sake of the recording. Whether he's here or not, it won't matter. I still know I gotta get with him. Okay, let me go ahead and switch back. And there we go. Hey, that was actually, relatively seamless. Why the fuck did the health bar move back? I'm so confused by what's going on. Alright, whatever. We're just going to say that's the health bar. So for tier 1, the options are either $10 Amazon e-gift card. You can choose a set of 2 stickers, a magnet or a mug from my merch store, or I also make some like goal setting and reflection journals that I self-publish on Amazon, and you can choose any 2 of those journals. That was the tier 1 prizes. I guess I'll just go ahead and read out the tier 2 prizes while I'm at it before we jump right back into things. Okay, so why not? Why not? May as well just read it out for everyone who's here. Alright, so at 10 o'clock, prize options will be a little different. For the next winner, they will be able to choose a combination of any of the 2 prizes from hour 1. They can choose any one item in the merch store, regardless of its value. So you could do like the beanie, which I think looks really nice. I was going to order my own, but I'm going to wait for it to get colder before I get mine. But you can get any one item from the merch store or a $20 Amazon e-gift card. At 11 o'clock, when we do the final drawing, that's where you're going to get the most options. So you can do any of the 2 options from the first drawing. You can do any one option from the second drawing. And then the good prizes, the actual like big grand prizes, are you can do any one physical source book from D&D 5e priced at $45 or below, which usually most of them are. Or you can do a medium-sized disc plate of your choice, as long as it's not a limited or like special edition, because they rake up the prices on those. And you can either have it shipped to you, or if you want to make it a part of the collective wall, you can do that here as well. So those are the options. All right, let me go ahead and catch up on the chat real quick, and then we will jump right back into the Curse of the Count. Let's see. There's no Curse of Loquaciousness in Sesame Street. Not that one. The Curse of the Count is a separate one. Okay, it's true, Blue. You figured it out. It's true, Blue says, laugh my ass off. Apparently I drank some dumb bitch juice this morning. It's all good. It's all good. It took me a second too, but yeah. Curse of the Count. Alright, so we know that the Curse of the Count makes the afflicted occasionally have the compulsion to count a collection of things out loud. How do you get it? Let me... let's see. I'm going to let Junior's account know that he won real quick. There we go. In folklore. Okay. Grimmy Ball says the mustard, like Millet mentioned already, is intended to make the victim waste his time in counting. The same fatal weakness for arithmetic seems to be beset southern Greece. If a sieve is handed to one, he will set to work to count the holes as though his life depended on it, and his mathematics do not go beyond the figure 2. He is overtaken by mourning. So let me see what this thing was called again. makes sense. A1Diki, loquaciousness. Welcome to the chat. Let me go ahead and add you to the second giveaway. Real quick. All right. Got you on there. Failure, the afflicted, let's count the collection out loud until he has the count. Oh my god, duh. Okay. So vampire, do I give it any other sources? Same thing for the Curse of Loquaciousness. I think a hag is a good fit, but there's probably a more unique answer to how you could get the Curse of Loquaciousness as well. You know, hags are just a fucking, you know, how I even say it, just a breeding ground for curses and diseases. But vampires fits with the Curse of the Count for a lot of reasons. Arithmomania. That is an interesting. It's interesting that that's an actual thing. Arithmomania. And then what would be a cure? Of course, you know, things like why am I blanking on this spell name? Greater restoration, or probably even lesser restoration, to be honest. But what else could cure the Curse of the Count? cue this one up next. What do we think of that? Ooh. How large are we talking? Like, you thinking, but how many items have to be in this collection though? You know, you gotta count to 20 because that's hard. Counting to 20 without getting distracted. At least 100. I hope everyone in the chat can count to 100 without getting distracted. You know, like if you actually want to, right? I think it's got to be a little harder than that. I was being a little facetious with 20, but I mean, because you don't want it to be so hard that it's ridiculous. But, well, I guess you kind of do. It's a curse. You do want it to kind of be ridiculous. Would the average person be able to count to 1,000? Like without fucking up? What do you think, chat? You think the average person can count to 100 without fucking up? And when I say fucking up, I mean like even one time you gotta start over if you fuck up. I used to count to 1,000 all the time. Without messing up a single number, it's True Blue. I mean, it really just depends because also, you know, Catboy, to that point, it's not like in most cases they're not going to necessarily know that that's the cure either. So if they did, I feel like if you knew that you're curing the cure or curing the curse, not curing the cure. I feel like if someone knew, they would be able to focus on it a little bit harder. Like you could just go, well, I guess it has to be a collection of something, right? So if it's a collection of something, that's harder because not only do you have to count it, but you have to find something with 1,000 to count. It's True Blue says, but I'm not very average. I did it a lot. I was a weird child. Hey, I think most of us here were weird children, to be honest. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with being a little weird. I think we should go with an assumption that average person won't generally know the cure. Yeah, so the likelihood that they're counting 1,000 things. Yeah, so we're gonna say 1,000. Yeah, because it's a very specific parameter. But I mean, obviously, it kind of should be. It's a very specific curse. Oh. Imagine your friend gets that curse and you give him a bag of ball bearings. Specify that they need to count one by one. Otherwise, some smartass is going to count by tens. Fair enough. That is a good call out. You know, that's the crazy thing about D&D players too is they're very non-literal when it's for their benefit, but when it's for their benefit, they're also very specific. All right. Curse of Rebirth. Ooh. I think we'll just call it. Because I imagine like this is something that someone has to do to a region. So they have to leave some kind of marking or rune or do something to it. So let's say Mark of Cursed Rebirth is a great name. That's pretty solid. Cowboy says we're wanna be lawyers, don't you know? Yeah, but bad ones. Yeah. Yeah. D&D players are literal lawyers when it's for their benefit. Okay. Let me, because I'm low on the aqua. Give me just a second. I'm gonna fill up my water and we'll keep flushing out the Mark of Cursed Rebirth. Be right back. Oh shit. Okay. I'm back. What'd I miss? Uh, it's true. Blue says we're only good at finding loopholes, but we completely miss blatant clues. And Catboy says we see we're actually looking for loopholes. That is so accurate. Angry bosses have to train them from the get go to be otherwise. Clues so clear they need not be looked for. Thank you, Wandiki. It's good to be back. Catboy says, hey, no one notices the neon sign that says villain hides here. Everyone knows this. You're not wrong, guys. Let's see. Get that shuffle going. Minimize that. Alright, let's see. The Mark of Cursed Rebirth. So how wide of an area do we imagine this curse is gonna affect? Oh, we think you put one of these things down, you afflict the land with this curse. How far is it going? Put small village. Let me look it up. What is mm, could be cast to have varying potency. That's fair. That's fair. Here's an article. Mm, oh well. Okay, we'll just say. Okay. Yeah, because I imagine that you perform some kind of ritual casting spell to cause the mark. So, what kind of material components would you think would go into the casting of a spell like that? Now, obviously, keeping in mind that this is a little different from like a typical ritual spell where you, in theory, wouldn't have to use components, but drawing the mark with an innocent's blood. Okay. There we go. So then at that point, the larger the mark, the larger the range can be, which then obviously indicates a need for more innocent blood. So in order to afflict like a larger city or a larger area, you're going to need a lot of innocents on hand. I like that. You actually won the first drawing, Junior's account. Yeah, really. I texted you about it. You actually won the first drawing. Like, no cap. No, that one is the last drawing, so that one is going to be at 11. So that way, it's it is the biggest prize, so the most people should get the opportunity to play for it. You're still qualified to win that. It's just the way it's going to work is if you win the 11 o'clock drawing, then I'm going to respin for the 9 o'clock drawing and give that lower tier prize to someone else. So, but we will see. I mean, if you win, like just from sheer chance, you win 2 out of the 3 rolls. That's pretty wild. I mean, because your odds on the first one were 1 in 7. Um, the next one's going to be at least 1 in 8 because we already had one Diki in here as well now. Not to mention if anyone else from any other followers, if anyone either follows or if anyone else who already follows drops a comment, the odds are only going to decrease from your favor, Junior's account. But we'll see, I mean, you said you were going to win all of them and you won the first one, so I guess it's possible. It is still possible. Let's see. Hey, Wally 1970 Tanker. Hello, longtime player DM, first time chatting. Hey, well, good to have you. Welcome to the chat. What is how long are we talking? How long have you been DMing? Wally says, so you homebrew your own world. Very nice. Yeah, it's a combination of homebrewing for my own world, but this is meant to be really like a collaborative stream. So I make everything, try to keep everything in a format that allows you guys to just drag and drop it. We do actually have a Discord server where I actually upload all of the content we make on stream. So that way you can just literally copy paste any of the stuff that you like and take it with you. So feel free to leave comments. Let us know what you think and help us come up with ideas. So, Junior's account says, I want a sword next to my name. Angry Meatball says, I'm familiar with you. Since 1984. Holy shit. Damn. So what, 38 years? Is that right? Or am I tripping? No. Yeah. Almost 40 years. Wow. Yeah, you're the officially for sure the longest running one. I think we have one other who's close to 30 years. Yeah, we've only had, I think, one other person who's been in game longer than you have, Angry Meatball. Let's see. Holy shit, that's cool. Wally says that he was at the second Gen Con and got to play with Gary Gygax as the DM. How was that? That must have been a cool experience. At least a surreal one to look back on, knowing how far D&D has come since then. Yeah, I bet. Cheers to that. Well, you came on a good stream. Saturdays are usually great nights here in the archive. We typically do 3 streams a week, Mondays and Wednesdays. We do more like basic idea generation on a particular topic. And then Saturdays we do deep dives where we kind of build out whatever ideas we came up with a little bit further. And you actually came on our first giveaway, so if, you've already done half of what you need to qualify. The other half is just following the channel. So we've got two 2 more spins, one at 10 o'clock and then one at 11. So still learning the 5th edition. Hey, Wally 1970. You have now joined the archive. Thank you so much. So you said you're still learning 5th edition as your hardcore 2nd and 3rd edition player. Very cool. Is there anything from like any like one thing from 2nd edition if you could bring over into 5th edition? Like you don't necessarily have to translate it, but just like in terms of what mechanic or feature or thing do you really miss or wish that D&D 5e would have carried over? Certified Wetback says it's really Brutaris. Yeah, I told you, man. It is. Brutaris is the chatbot. There's no better name to have for Aiden's Archive than Brutaris as his chatbot. Wally says Cavaliers and what they should do and what they are as Knights of the Realm. They're from. Okay, I gotcha. I'm gonna look at that later. Well, very cool. Actually, I need to add your name to the list now. So let me do that real quick. What am I looking for? Alright guys, we are a little over halfway to the 10 o'clock hour to our next spin. So we've got a good amount of contenders going for the 2nd level prize. So if you're here in the chat lurking, normally say I love my lurkers, but at least drop a comment in the chat. Just say hello so that way you can qualify for an entry. All you gotta do is leave one message so you can lurk back on. Also to that point, I have enabled a lot of the bot commands now, so they should be working for the most part. If there's a specific one that you want me to add, let me know so I can figure out how to add it. But you should be able to do !lurk and it'll work, or !Discord if you want the Discord link. So there's a lot of new functionality that I tried adding over this week to the chat bot. So if you care to try it, let me know so I can fix it if it doesn't work, as things tend to happen on this stream. Also, to that point, thinking about it, there will not be a stream on Monday. My best friend's birthday is on Monday, so I'm going to dinner with him. So we will actually have the stream on Wednesday for demigods. It's really just going to be an idea of generating names and aesthetics and attributes for like very powerful, not necessarily creatures, but characters. And then we will flesh those out on Saturday. Let's see. Let me catch up on the chat. But yeah, just as a reminder there. Angry Meatball says most of the folks here are only familiar with 5e, but we try to keep the idea systems system agnostic. We're fleshing out curses and disease from the week, so if you get a... Okay. 2nd edition, you had to sing, train, and have henchmen and a squire, and be all things to all people, humble and virtuous. Yep, looks like the Discord link works. That's cool. Certified Webback attempted to use the command Aiden's a bitch, which has no effect. It was a job, not just a fighter with a letter of knighthood. Yeah, it definitely seems more fleshed out. And I think that's like kind of the theme, you know. All the conversations I've had about older editions is that they've like really just distilled a lot of those flavor mechanics into the most bare bones versions they can, just for the sake of simplicity, which is good at sometimes, bad at others. Let's see. Angry Meatball says 5e have tried versions of Cavaliers at least twice. Neither of them have landed very well. Curses are fun. Exactly what are you looking for? Like items or people or spells? All of the above. Currently, we are fleshing out the Mark of Curse Rebirth, which is basically a ritual that can be cast, so a spell that can be cast using the blood of an innocent, which causes an area, depending on how much blood is used, where then anyone who dies within that range is immediately raised as an undead. So, honestly, we always come up with some pretty bad ideas, in the sense of like people just leave troll comments, as you're gonna have on a Twitch stream throughout the week. I think this is probably our densest collection of just troll ideas. But if you see any of these that you would like to flesh out, feel free to throw it out there in the chat and we can do that. Otherwise, if you have like your own, like Angry Meatball all the time has resources that he finds in his collection and he throws those on the Discord, that's welcome as well. Let's see. There's the Cavalier subclass for the fighter and Xanathar's Guide to Everything, and there was the Purple Dragon Knight from Sword Coast Adventurer's Guide. Okay, good to know. Cowboy says, hey, only one of mine was a troll idea. I didn't say any of yours were troll ideas. I'm just saying, like, really who I'm talking about is my boy Abe. Because that man, like, I'm honestly convinced that Abe is one of my friends trolling me. Because that man is something else. And normally I can tell, but the thing is, Abe seems to know too much about like random D&D facts to be any of my friends who would actually come on and just troll the channel. So he might actually just be that might just be who Abe is. He might just be that guy. I don't know which one's worse. But, oh well. I am in the wrong page. What type of undead would you say we should raise with this? Is it going to vary based on the type of creature, or do they just come back as like a zombie skeletal version of X creature? Curse of Bile, a hag's cantrip that affects food of the passerby and makes it wonderful to eat, but causes 1d4 damage and stomach regurgitation to become violent after a missed saving throw. Revenant. I don't know if that's gonna be. Well, let me see. Let me look at the stat block. Give me just a second, Wally. I'll put that comment in the doc. Let's see what the stat block is for that. says base it on the level CR of the dead creature. Makes sense? I can get behind that. All right. And then, I mean, obviously the cure / end would be removing the mark, but I would say that removing the mark can't be as simple as just, like getting some regular ass water and washing off the blood. Do we just use holy water? Is that too cheesy? Or too overplayed is the word I'm looking for. But yeah, what would y'all say? How would you what would you need in order to remove the mark? Because obviously, if someone does all this work to get the blood of innocence and make this marking on the ground, afflicting a town with this curse, it would really suck if that just washed away the next time it rained. That would be pretty lame. Hey, I just realized that we're at 69 followers. in my D&D campaigns, if you roll a D100 and you get a 69, it's a crit. That is canon. What the fuck was that? So we have officially reached a crit. Oh, speaking of which, just as an update for future giveaways, just like last time, someone told me this is supposed to be system agnostic, but it's got a lot of D&D stuff in it. I mean, it's got a lot of D&D stuff in terms of the terminology, just because that's mostly what we use. But I would imagine that in most systems, anything that we've used has some type of easy translation, right? So, like, level in CR is probably pretty easily interchangeable with any other system. If there is not a level or a CR in your system, there's got to be some way of determining scale. So, but it's not like any of these things are tied specifically to a deity that only exists in D&D, or a setting that only belongs in D&D, like Faerun. It's not so inherently linked that you can't just swap out a couple of the words. So, will you need to make some minor tweaks to make this work in another setting? Maybe. But those tweaks should be very easy to do. Was there a particular setting that you were using? Let's see. Wally 1970 says, Curse of Frailty. 3rd level spell makes a target creature have half constitution for 1d6 rounds, plus level of caster to impede the creature during battle. Fighter with 16 con now has 8 con and fights and gets exhausted easier and will be easier to hit. Okay, I like that. To wash it off, you have to use holy water mixed with the blood of the first creature to be raised by the curse. What happens? What happens if if that creature gets eviscerated? That's dangerous. That's a dangerous requirement right there. I would just make it. Well, that's. I don't know. That seems a little. Would you use the blood of a cursed creature to end the curse? You know what I mean? Like, I'm currently DM of an evil campaign, so curse is top of the list. Makes sense. How's that going? How long have you been running that campaign? Uh, Villain says, well, not setting. I'm talking about other systems like Call of Cthulhu or World of Darkness, but it makes sense to be setting agnostic more than system in this case. Sure. Yeah, I mean, how easily you're going to be able to cut this stuff over into another system is definitely going to be variable. But there are plenty of systems. I am reasonably certain that like if you were to take the next most popular system, which is going to be Pathfinder, and you were to take any of the text on this document and try to translate it into Pathfinder, it could not be that difficult. Now, every system's mileage is going to vary with that, but there's only so much we can do. I play D&D. I'm a D&D DM, and I've been playing for 6 years. So that's always where the basis is going to be. But, you know, we try to make it where you can take it and interchange it to the best of our ability. Removal with a prayer and holy symbol with healing and restore at the same time. So I would say to kind of combine some of those ideas that you have to wash the mark with holy water while a holy ritual is being performed. My other idea was the blood of the caster. I don't know, that just seems like so like dark, which there's nothing wrong with being dark, but like if the cause of the spell is or like the material used for the spell is the blood of a you know, blood of a child or blood of an innocent, like using the blood of someone else to clean the blood to fix the curse, that just doesn't click to me. Obviously, like everything else, you can always swap it out. But the idea of using like holy water is obviously the cookie cutter easy one. But I think making it a little bit more difficult by needing at least like a powerful cleric or paladin or someone to be able to perform a ritual on top of that makes enough sense. It should be, you know, in theory, with this kind of curse at least, the opposite of um, the cause versus like the other ones which were much less malicious, like the curse of the count being a thing where, you know, that it sucks. But well, I guess that one could kill you if you really just have shit rolls. Just count to death. That would suck. But it's not as directly malicious. Let's see. Well, it says 4 months, and I have vampires and were creatures working together to have their own area they occupy and keep it safe for them. Okay. Cowboy says, oh, actually, Wally, what's the longest campaign you've ever taken part in, either as a DM or as a player? Cowboy says, to Pathfinder, I'm pretty sure you just need to adjust the CR. Yeah, that's what I figured. So evil but lawful to live in the land they are in. I mean, DC's. Either way. Angry Meatball says, I suppose I should have said that I do my best to keep things system agnostic. Yeah, that's fair. What does this curse do? Which curse are we referring to? Ivilion. Let's see, what time is it? Alright, guys. 5-minute warning. The next spin will be in 5 minutes. So if you're here in the chat and you haven't left a comment or you're not following the channel, here you got 5 minutes to do both of those things. Leave a comment, follow the channel, enter yourself for a chance to win the next tier of prizes. Wally says player 2 years, DM 6 years and counting. Wow. Do you for that campaign that you're running 6 years, do you still have like the same exact group of players, or have you had to like add, drop anyone? That's impressive, man. For sure. That's very impressive. Basically, we lost one as he moved away and gained 2, so all good. Okay, fair enough. I mean, after 6 years, only losing one player, that's pretty, pretty incredible, actually. It's very rare to see, so congrats. A curse usually has an ongoing effect. Yeah, I'm saying which of the, because I got a couple of different curses on the screen. If you're talking about the Mark of Curse Rebirth, it's a curse that affects an area. So you would, effectively cast this ritual on a land or territory or town. And the effect is that once the curse is placed, anyone who dies within that area is raised as an undead. This is right here. Now, if you're talking about Curse of Bile or Curse of Frailty, they're pretty much spelled out. But I don't know that there's anything else we need to add for Mark of Cursed Rebirth, and it is about that time, yeah, 3 minutes. Let's pick out the next one, and then we can start on it once I do this spin. Let's see. Air Meatball, do you want to work on Mimic Malady? Or we could do the Curse of Immunity, the one that takes away your ability to be healed by magic. They start at level 0 and all of them are 15 and above. Nice. I'm going to be in and out tonight. I'm working on stuff for a session tomorrow. No worries. The birthmark is part of a prophecy and becomes legend and lore. Avilon says, eh. Not sure what that means. Alright, we'll do Mimic Malady next. Why not? Right after I do the spin. Okay. officially 10 o'clock. So spin number 2 coming up. Will Junior's account win again? We're going to see here in a second. So last call, if you've already commented and you're not already following the channel, you know, hit that follow button and you can still be entered in for a chance to spin the wheel. Or vice versa. Let's see, let me get this pulled up real quick. And then let's switch over to the wheel. Okay. All right. Let's see. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 participants. Let's see who wins. There's no way. There's no way. Holy shit. Okay, holy shit. That was so close. Oh my god. Oh my god. It actually almost was him twice in a row. That's insane. Alright, well, Catboy Tad, congratulations. You are winner number 2. Let me mark it down. So I will get with you after the stream. And you are the winner of the Tier 2 prizes, which means, go ahead and read it off once again. So Catboy, you will have the option of any combination, so any 2 of the Tier 1 prizes, which once again you could do any size magnet, any stickers, a mug from the merch store. So you could do 2 of those smaller items. You could do any 2 of the books, or journals rather, or a $10, well, you wouldn't do the gift card in this case, you just take the $20 one. You can do a $20 Amazon e-gift card, or you can pick any one item regardless of price from the merch store. Junior's account, you did not win again. You were very close, as you can see. Catboy is actually the one who won. But god dang, if it was not close. So at 11 o'clock, we will have the grand prize winners. So I would be very surprised if the grand prize winner chooses to do any of the lower tier options, but they do have that choice. But the 2 options for the actual bigger prizes is at 11 o'clock, the winner can choose any one official source book from D&D 5e, priced at $45 or below. If you have another system that you'd like to use and it meets the rest of the requirements, I can do a source book for that as well. Just obviously I'm going to know the D&D books off the top of my head, but if you have another option that fits within that same parameters, then I'll do that as well. Or you can do a medium-sized display, once again not including limited edition or special editions. And that display can either be shipped to you, otherwise I have kind of a collective wall that if you prefer, you can put it there as well. It's True Blue says just remove people who won from the wheel. No, the reason being is the person who won at 9 o'clock gets the lowest tier options. So they should have a chance to get the higher tier options because they still met the requirement. So in the event that someone wins a second time, they're just going to get the better choice and then I'll respin it. You know, it's very easy to click a button and spin the wheel again. So at this point, if Junior's account or Catboy were to win the 11 o'clock drawing, they would get the grand prize. And then whatever tier they had won initially, then I'll respin until someone else wins the prize. So there's going to be 3 different winners regardless of how we do it. Yeah. Yeah, otherwise it would be counterproductive for anyone to come into the chat and comment at 8 o'clock. Because if you wanted the best chance of winning the best prize, you would want to wait till now, actually, 10 o'clock, to come into the chat and and have a conversation. All right. Let me go ahead and switch back to the right layout. And here we are. So, and then what I was saying before, I think I got distracted with the chat. But as far as future giveaways go, I want to try to do a giveaway each month. But you know, frankly speaking, I gotta be able to justify spending the extra money on it. The next giveaway will probably be bigger, just because I finally started my new job, and by the time that happens, I'll be able to afford it. So, I've got two ways of getting to the goal. I'm always going to be transparent with you guys because I really, no, not a PS5. Don't even think about that. I'm not getting that crazy. I would need a lot more followers slash subscribers to justify giving away a PS5. We're not there yet. Maybe one day, but that's a very distant future. But basically, if we reach one of two goals, either 100 followers, so just the same as last month, getting 50 followers. We started at over 50. So if we can get to 100 by April 1st, I'll do a giveaway. Or if we can get to 25 subs, which currently we're at 10, I'll do a giveaway. Don't have to hit both, just either one. Because either one tells me that you guys are interested in this stuff, and I want to reward that. Wally says, if you're running a large pantheon of gods and demigods, you can have all sorts of curses and blessings as you see fit from the gods. Yeah, actually, one of them is going to be from one of the demigods already. And keep in mind, so all the stuff that we do in these notebooks on stream, like some of it gets put in my campaign, some of it doesn't. It's less, like a lot of it is to force me to be here thinking of ideas for my campaign, but it is meant to be collaborative in the sense that, not everything is for me, it's really for you guys. But this remorseful executioner, ooh, there's gonna be a character tied to this. There's gonna be some kind of demigod tied to this. Junior's account asked if an OLED will be a giveaway option. It will not. It's more expensive than a PS5. It's True Blue says, laugh my ass off. I have 500 followers and there's still no way in hell I'm giving away a PS5. I can't afford that shit. Yeah, that's the thing is, and like I said, I'll always be transparent. I'm not making I'm not even making hundreds of dollars. I'm gonna say hundreds of thousands of dollars. Not even making $100 a month on Twitch. So I can only justify spending so much of my own money. But at the end of the day, I appreciate you guys, so I want you to know that I appreciate you. So if the channel gets bigger, then I can afford to do bigger giveaways. But it would take a lot bigger for me to be able to justify spending $500 on a PS5. Yeah. Demi means they're not as effective as if they were from a true god. Fair enough. Kratos. You must not sub to his OF. Yeah. Yeah, you guys should definitely sub to my OF if you haven't already. Link in the chat or link in the description, whatever. I don't have an OF. It's True Blue says I make like $10 a month off Twitch. It's not stable income. I don't give a fuck who you are. Yeah, I mean, it's really not about the money at the end of the day for me. It's just because if I make $10 a month doing this, it's just 10 extra bucks. I'll just put it back into the stream somehow. That's the whole goal. But I have to know that like enough is happening for me to like take some of my own money and put it on top of that to put back into the stream. So otherwise it just doesn't make sense. Wally says the ego of an item can overtake a weak person. If you play Array, it can be a liability as well as a godsend for them. Absolutely. I agree. Weapons with personality are a lot of fun. Okay. Which one are we doing? Let's see. Let me scroll down. Mimic Malady. Okay. So Mimic Malady. Whew. I would say generically. Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely because it's gonna be a slow burn. We gotta come up with the process or the steps. What's the or the ailments? That's the word I'm looking for. Um, Skin becomes. Oh, let's do this. Let's make this a numbered list. Wally says, have a fighter who had a hammer that has a dwarven soul in it, and I have had so much fun using it to kill orcs and goblins. The hammer loves the blood. Okay, that's fun. That is fun. What was the? Well, yeah, I guess. I mean, he's a dwarf, so he's probably already inclined to enjoy killing orcs and goblins. Well, mimics are like symbiotes. Yeah, I just put that specification because if there's anything you know maybe do in your world that makes the mimic distinct from another type of mimic, right? Then you have that clarification. Not necessarily like specifically talking about if the mimic was a treasure chest and it bit you, you're gonna be a treasure chest. Because yeah, mimics are classified as oozes. I'm pretty sure, so they can turn into a number of things. But good call out, Tribly. Change the song real quick. I'm not feeling this song. There we go. that's better. Okay. So what other ailments could you have? First 6 months, skin becomes generally gray and changes tone slightly to match the surface. That's touching. Okay. Okay. Um, what would we say the average duration is? Meaning, like, how long do we think the process is between when you're afflicted initially to when you fully convert into the creature? Okay. Because if we're saying it's going to be like a long, slow burn, I imagine that all of these things become more prominent and more difficult to deal with the longer it goes on. So maybe you're just like you start off day one, and your appetite's a little bit bigger, but month three you're willing to eat just about anything and everything, whether or not people give you strange looks. But by month six, you're willing to eat anything or anyone, you know. You're I'm struggling with how to turn a humanoid into goop. Well, I mean it's simple, True Blue. And why they would opt to sit and wait for food rather than going on a rampage. Who would opt to sit and wait for food rather than going on a rampage? The mimic? The person? Like, do you become amorphous over time or just wake up like that one day? The person who turned into a mimic. Yeah, I mean, I think it's just a slow, gradual burn. I don't think it's gonna be like you turn into goop immediately, but the final stages of it, I would imagine, basically come down to like using your point of it's kind of like mimicking the environment. Is that literally it? It's like holding on to its original form and trying to copy it to the best of its abilities. But as you get closer and closer, the form starts to kind of degrade to where then, probably people are going to outcast this person and kick them out, assuming they don't know what the cause is and help the guy. Um, and then, yeah, eventually it slowly just hits the point where it's not able to keep up its human form, assuming that your mimics can't copy a human form. And then it turns into whatever chosen form or whatever goopy mesh it wants to be. Um, if they're starving, why would they disguise themselves and wait for food? Yeah, I don't know that mimics are starving though. Uh, yeah, to Angry Meatball's point, I don't know that they need that much food in order to satiate themselves for at least a decent amount of time. would be the key, though. You know, if they were starving, it wouldn't make any sense. But pretty sure that they don't need a whole lot of. A human body is a lot of food, or a humanoid body, I should say. Could be an elf or a dwarf, or any number of things. So, let's see. Try to look it up. I mean, so yeah, because have you ever seen anything that suggests that mimics are like starving, or that's just kind of how it clicks into your mind? Either way is fine, but started reading a new book a couple days ago, and so far it's pretty saucy. My friend's been recommending it to me since like October. Finally got around to actually starting to read it. I don't know if any of y'all have heard of it. It's the Unsold series. But I think I'm like 11 chapters into the first book. Supersize Crocs. Whoa. But most crocs eat much more often than that. In fact, the average croc eats about 50 full meals a year. Damn, could you imagine if we only had 50 meals a year? That would fucking suck. I like food too much. Mm, 50 full meals a year. Okay, interesting. Let me pull back up the note. But yeah, what other afflictions could mimic malady have during this process of turning from a solid human to, or a solid person to goop? You know. Let's see. Huh. Interesting. Did you see the Ang Lee Hulk movie from 20 or so years ago? I mean, I've seen like clips of it, but the guy who. Okay, let me look that up. Just do it from here. shit, was that really? That was that really that long ago? 2003 was 20 years ago? God dang, that's crazy to think about. 19, but still. Wow. That feels so weird to say that 2003 was almost 20 years ago. Holy shit. Wow, I feel old. Well, I shouldn't say that. There are definitely some people in here who are older than me, so I apologize for that. Like for that comment. But yeah, that's crazy. That's 20 years old. Welcome to being old. Uh, Yikes. Imagine old. Couldn't be me. It's on the way, it's true, Blue. Your day will come. I only imagine lonely and sad. Yikes. There. Maybe a good boy will cheer you up. But yeah, Angry Meatball's right. You'll get there and it'll feel like a blink of the eye. Y'all will always be older than me. Wow. Wow. I mean, you're not wrong. You're absolutely not wrong. But you too will be old one day. Hmm. Thinking about doing a long stream in a couple months, which I know is a ways off, but I always like to think ahead of things. I really like the idea of Mindari's long stream for her anniversary. That was pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And once we get closer to the start of my campaign, I'm gonna need to make sure to put a little bit more time into the writing process. I think I'm gonna do a 12-hour after I get back into it. It's gonna suck, but it will be fun. I don't think it'll. Well, yeah. I mean, it's a long time to have to be in the same general area. It would have to be. I don't know. I don't know how I would do it because I don't know that I could do 12 hours of straight writing or D&D talk even. But I'd have to have like something in the background or something to do. Maybe I'd do a. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Maybe I have some special guests on or something. After having COVID, my energy has been ass. Talking for 12 hours will probably kill me. Mm. Well, you gotta make sure to stay hydrated. We're sponsored by water and apparently scotch. Some of the people in this chat have some of the most random names. Like there's one name in here. I'm not going to call them out because they're lurking or they're a bot. Not sure which it is. But I look at that name and I wish I didn't know the reference, but I do. Either way. Okay. I can do a bot check. Go for it. I hate texting my DM. Why do you hate texting your DM? What'd your DM do? Let's say time frame is 1 year. He's the kind of person where I ask one question and then for the next 45 minutes, every time I check Discord, he's typing. Like he's typing one long comment or response to your question, or he's like just dropping it. And then he finally sends a response and it's like 3 sentences. Like I really appreciate him, but good God, he's got to think of how he responds to your question. I don't know that he needs to do it for 45 minutes, but I guess it depends on what your questions are. I'm a little peeved, TBH. I mean, did he answer your question though? I mean, I know it is like an hour of waiting, but today we were supposed to have our second session. One person told the DM that she wouldn't be able to make it, but he didn't tell any of us. How many people are in your group again? Remind me. Another guy, Strubler says, another guy said the same thing last night, but the DM was asleep. But he waited until literally 2 minutes before the session to say anything about it. And then someone else didn't come because they overslept 6 players. So 3 of your players didn't show up, or 2 of your players didn't show up? Let's see. The DM has said that he wants to stream the game, but last week, the same people were like 10 to 15 minutes late. We are infested. 11 bots. Yeah, I figured that some of these things had to be bots. The bots must like me for some reason. I wonder why. Yeah, if you feel like it. Doesn't matter to me. Let's see. That last one, well, knowing it's a bot now, I'm not gonna say who Violet's STV actually is. Oh, what was my question? Let me go back and read it. Oh, yeah, True Blue. I asked if so. Did you have 2 total players miss or 3 total players? And thank you for the hydrate, Catboy. Sponsored by water. But yeah, it's irritating to me that we planned this long to be doing the campaign and people are flaking. Yeah. Inconsistency is the killer of campaigns. So if 2 people missed, oh well, no, you said 2 people were late and then 3 people missed. That's not okay. It's not okay at all. It's gonna end up ruining the campaign before long. To be honest with you, if that's the attitude that they take. So. Yeah, your DM just needs to have a candid conversation with the party. Just let them know that that's not acceptable behavior. Like, at the end of the day, if they don't want to commit to doing it, that's fine. But they just gotta let the DM know. And you guys gotta either play with a smaller group or find new party members. Which is not fun, but that's not a good long term solution. If you're having that problem, your first 2 weeks, you're likely to have it for the foreseeable future. So. I will always proceed with a session if I have at least 2 players. If someone misses 3 sessions in a row, they're kicked and replaced. It's one way of doing it. I mean, I agree with the 3 sessions in a row. If they're missing 3 sessions in a row without like a very unique reason, right? Like obviously the life happens, but if they're not able to communicate that clearly to where you can plan around that and they're missing it, no, there's no way. There's no way. As far as my group being 6 people, generally if I'm missing 2 players, I'm probably probably going to skip the session. I'm not going to skip for one, but two or more, I'm probably going to skip it unless I was not given proper notice. If I know a few days in advance, I'll push it back or try to reschedule. But if I find out the day of, then I'm not going to ruin the night of 4 of my other players because 2 didn't do what they needed to do. Or, once again, life happens. Sometimes there are things you can't control. But usually you can. I think that's the moral of the story. Usually people can be better about their communication. Oh, that's what I needed to check. Okay. Let's see how much time we got. We got less than 20 minutes on the final giveaway. So 18 minutes and we will do the final spin. And then we'll be in the last hour of the stream, and that'll just be, we'll just continue to work on some more ideas and wind down per usual. Whew. Let me highlight that. Alright, if anyone sees a item on the list that they'd like to work on next, go ahead and throw it out and let me know. We're kind of getting to the really cringy / trolly ones at this point, but we still got a few left that could be at least reasonable. The curse of every 4K steps you sprain your ankle. What a curse. But curse of at moon spiders. Oh wow. Curse of at moon spiders. Okay. So what does the curse of the moon spider do? As I somehow lose my key. There we go. What does it do and how do you get it? What is a moon spider in D&D? Ugh. Spiders that grow. What the hell, Angry Meatball? It's True Blue says spiders that grow to terrifying size in the light of the moon. Spiders made of cheese. I'm gonna have to agree with It's True Blue. Please God, no. Oh my, I think we have something for another monster deep dive. Yeah, true. Turns people into were spiders. Why not finally cheese that goes into your mouth on its own? Oh, God. True Blue, do you not like cheese? Or do you just not like spiders? Or both? Oh, that's right. Cheese doesn't like you. I think you told us that before. Fuck if I know. Pick your poison. Oh my god, yeah. I don't know that we need to be specific about the cheese. Maybe we do, though. Maybe it matters. You know? Maybe the stat of the spider is dependent on the type of cheese, but I think that's an entirely different type of monster at that point. Monsters made of cheese? Let me see. There it is. It's in the notebook, so we can always come back to that concept of monsters made of cheese. Hey, it's Dragon Craze. Nice. Just in time too. Dragon Craze says howdy. Uh, I almost didn't notice your first comment because of the the cheese situation. Oh no. Oh no, that was a Catboy like max level. I'm gonna say cheesy pun. That was cheesy as fuck, which is appropriate because we're talking about cheese. But oh wow, uh, monsters made of cheese. How dare he? Saturday night, I got no plans. I'm gonna sit at home and yell at the moon. Get out of the sky. Dude. Dude, you hit that one so quick. I mean, I thought it was pretty good. That's that one is probably a better than the last one. Don't get out though. It's okay, you can stay. We're about to do the last giveaway here in a few minutes, so let's see. Let me actually add your name to the list. Dragon Craze. How are you doing tonight, Dragon Craze? Good to see you. Welcome back. If you can't tell, I love dad jokes. Oh, I had no idea. I couldn't tell at all. Doing okay. I'm in a pickle at the moment, to be honest. What's going on? If you can talk about it. Hope everything's alright. Uh, I'll take a nest of sharp cheddar spiders. That's a good one. Catboy 10. That one actually took me a second, Catboy. Want to talk to someone but don't want to be a bother to them? Mm, I generally find if someone's worth talking to, they won't think you're a bother. Now, it's different if they have a good reason to not want to talk, but you know. So, assuming you don't have an obvious reason to not talk to the person, then just reach out and talk to them. Assert yourself. Well said, Angry Meatball. Well said. So these moon spider bites do anything besides turn people into were spiders? You won't be, I know, but I always feel like I'm a bother. Well, you gotta stop that, man. Self esteem is a big thing. No one else can give it to you but yourself. Angry Meatball says you won't be bothersome if you speak with purpose. Yeah, that's true. If you have a reason to talk, that's also key. You know, if you're just talking to talk, eventually that's probably going to bother most people. Yeah, at least people who don't just literally thrive only on social energy. Like me, I need my social detoxes. I do this for 4 hours, and then I don't want to talk to anybody until I wake up the next morning. I want to turn my brain off. But everyone's social battery is different. They they also cause you to have an urge to say first when you enter a room. It's just to talk, kind of, but I enjoy talking to her, so I don't know. Street Blue says just ask if she's free and if she wants to hang out. I agree. Just ask. It's not gonna hurt anything. You'll never guess where that idea came from. No, tell me, Catboy, where did it come from? Uh, she's not. She'll say no. Wish we could hang out. She's like 600 miles away. Is this the girl that you were telling us about last time? Dragon Craze, the friend of one of your other players, or am I thinking of someone else? I vaguely remember that story, so forgive me if I'm off the mark. Um, I've been with my boyfriend for 3 years. He lives 4,000 miles from me. Jesus. Now he's in boot camp, so I don't even get to talk to him outside of letters. Sorry to hear that, Blue. I know you told us before that he's in boot camp, but sorry to hear that he's been so far away. He's been my best friend for 3 years, and for a long time, he was the only person who ever took the time to talk to me. Pendleton Beach or Paris Island? Catboy says there's a certain person C that I know who may or may not have served as inspiration for the curse, who likes to announce entrances in that manner. You mean Junior's account? I think you're talking about Junior's account. It's okay, he's been getting a phone call every 3 weeks or so. Yeah, it's the sister of the two of my players in Wisconsin to Alabama. Hey. See, I listen to you guys. Or rather, I read what you say because you're not actually talking. But I pay attention to you guys. Hawaii to Virginia. Jesus. I said yes, Junior's account. You understand completely. Oh shit, 1 minute warning, guys. We're about to go for the final spin. So, if last call, I'm about to pull up the wheel here in a minute. If you have not already left a comment as a follower on the channel, please do so. If you're in the chat lurking, drop a comment and follow. It's your last opportunity for the grand prize. Okay. I met him in person for the first time a year ago, and we went to his senior prom together. Angry Meatball says, I've been to Wisconsin. She's doing fuck all. I can guarantee you're not going to be a bother. Oh my god. You said boot camp, so I assumed you meant the Marines. Pendleton Beach is boot camp for the west side of the U.S. Paris Island is boot camp from the east side of the U.S. Navy, he's contracted to become a nuclear engineer. That's, you know, sucky situation, but that's cool. Ooh, dang. I found out he's smarter than he lets on. That's cool. I've got a couple friends in the Navy. Oh shit. It's 11. It's that time. Alright. We're doing it. We're switching it up. Here it comes. The moment we've all been waiting for. Grand prize winner. Let's see. Moon Spiders, Junior's account, Catboy Tad, Menza Monkey, It's True Blue, Personalities, Certified Wetback, Juan Diki, Wally 1970 Tanker, and Dragon Craze. Who's gonna be the winner? Let's find out. Spin that fucking wheel. There's no way. Oh my fucking god. Okay, at least it's not Junior's account. Fucking Moon Spiders, grand prize winner. Congratulations. Let's see. Let me pull up. Alright. So Moon Spiders, you are officially the grand prize winner. Congratulations. You can choose from effectively any of the options on the document in the Discord, but the two largest prize options are either a copy of any physical D&D source book or a medium-sized display of your choice, as long as it's not a limited edition or special edition. So I will get with the three winners, so congratulations once again to Junior's account, Catboy Tad, and Moon Spiders, each for winning their prize for the giveaway. So I'll get with you guys and figure out what item you want from your options and how you'd like to go about receiving it. But yeah, if you guys want more opportunities to win stuff like this, and honestly, to do bigger prizes, just keep tuning in, keep watching, and let other people know, because the more people we can get in here, the more subs and follows we can get, the more I can afford to give away. So, thanks everyone for participating. I really appreciate it. So that was cool. But we got a little, basically 1 hour left to just hang out, chat, flesh out some more monster idea or curse ideas. I will also take ideas or suggestions for demigods, just because we aren't going to have a stream on Monday. So I'd like to use this last hour to also kind of flesh out the stream for Wednesday, so that way we have a little bit more fleshed out for next Saturday's stream. So I'll take ideas either for demigods or for the curses. Whatever you got. Let me go ahead and catch up on the chat. Dragon Craze says to Ingrid Meatball, this is midterms week for her, so I don't want to bother her. She's studying for a degree, design and visual communication. Next week is her spring break, so I might try to talk to her more, but I don't want to talk too much, if that makes sense. I mean, it makes sense, but, especially if you're communicating, like, are you trying to talk to her on the phone, through text? Because if it's through text, I would really not worry about it at all. Apparently he was in a lot better shape than most of the recruits, which is funny because he's frighteningly thin. Used to do cross country though. Dragon Craze says that he is so close. Let me let Moon Spiders know that he won the grand prize. Okay. Let's see. We're young, but I do this. So let's see. He's working on a letter for my parents to ask them for permission for us to get married. Oh, that's sweet. We're young, but I'd rather get married now and have at least a couple of years together before he has to go out to sea. Aaron Meatball says everybody needs to distress during school times. You should at least drop a feeler. There's nothing wrong with starting young as True Blue. Yeah, and I mean, not that it matters, but there are definitely some benefits, usually in military branches, when you are married. So if that's something that you already want to do, in a lot of cases, the sooner the better. So, my parents have expressed a contrary opinion to that. Age is but a number. But I think they'll accept that it's ultimately my decision. I think that they may just be scared because I'm the baby and my mom's only child. Fair enough. Junior's count says you lose 10 HP when you end a sentence with a preposition. That's one of the curses you want to add? I assume. That's so specific. Junior's account, I'm going to be really honest with you. I didn't know you knew the word preposition. can say so that if I was a parent, it would definitely be hard for me to be okay with my kid being so far away. True Blue says they want to make sure that I can take care of a house before I get married, but to be honest, I'm not going to learn to do that until I'm in a position where I have to. I will be honest, it's True Blue. That's not the right. That's not the right mentality. I understand it, especially being the age that you are, but that is never the way to go about things. Um, Angry Meatball says the Grim Reaper is a good demigod. I already have an idea that's a little similar to that, but I'll put it on there anyways. Why not? It's the public one. Yeah, for the I'll say Grim Reaper, Angel of Death. Okay. Dragon Cray says, text, you are beginning to see the level of which I overthink things now at Aiden's archive. Yeah, you were really overthinking this way too much, man. Like, I say that with love, but you really are overthinking it. Gives the players a chance of at least interacting with it. Fair enough. True Blue says it's very understandable. I think they're worried I might be like my brother, who we never hear from except on the holidays and birthdays, and even it's scarce. My bae and I have been discussing getting married since we first started going out. I told him I don't want to date someone just to screw around and break up, and he accepted that. It's over. Dies. Dragon Praise says to It's True Blue, that's how I am, otherwise you're just wasting both of your times. True Blue says, damn, Aiden throwing mad shade. Hey man, I'm just saying, I love you though. Tell us how you really feel, Aiden. What do you mean how I really feel? I feel great. True Blue says, well, like I do know how to care for myself, but I also know that I'm more responsible under pressure. That's fair, but you know, it is suboptimal for sure. If you know you need a skill and you have the time to learn it, I would definitely do so. But it's always relative. Dragon Chris says, I honestly overthinking, if that makes sense. That's how I've always been. Hey, bro, I'm telling you, you should have already texted this girl by now. If you haven't texted her already, get out your phone and send her a text. It's True Blue says, but I can do laundry. I know how to follow a recipe and clean the house and care for animals. Well, then what else are you supposed to be learning how to do? Do you just not do it? Junior's account says, yeah, that was fucked up. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do it to you. I just calls it like I sees it. Okay. All right. Bro. It always throws me off because Angry Meatball's text is always green, and then Certified Wetbacks is also always green. So, like, whenever I see the green text, I just always assume it's Angry Meatball because it's, you know, like he comments much more frequently. So my eyes look up at the chat and I see green text and my mind immediately assumes Angry Meatball and I read at Dragon Craze, is she fine? And my brain just like straight up like melted for 2 seconds. Like there's no way Angry Meatball asked this and then you double check it and it's certified whipback and it makes perfect sense. True Blue says ask if she needs help studying. Good call. See? That's smooth. That's smooth. I would do that. And I got an ad. Angry Meatball says, don't make us write a message for you. It'll be embarrassing. We're so old. Uh, yeah, I don't really do it in my current situation. Certified Whipback asked if she is fine. True says, I offer to help where I can, though. Junior's account says, calling my credit card tomorrow and having them block all transactions to Twitch. Okay. If that's what you want, man. If that's what you want to do, I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry you feel that way, buddy. I mean, I'll see you next Sunday for dinner, though. No, actually, I'll see you next Saturday, and then also next Sunday. So, it's True Blue says, and I do my chores when it makes sense, but like if my chore sheet says to do my laundry, and the basket only has one outfit in it, why do I do the laundry? Damn, that takes me back. I haven't had a chore sheet in forever. Your parents gave you a chore sheet too? Damn. Dragon Craze says she's awesome to certify wetback. We're both old souls, so we connect on a lot of things. But she's intimidating because she does ballroom dancing, both rhythm and smooth, and I'm a giant guy with 2 left feet. Hey man, you can always learn. I only have a chore sheet because my parents think I'm inept. Hey, it's better for them to think you're inept than for you to be inept. That's what I've always said. Chore sheet, my parents just told me to do stuff. See, the issue with that one is like when your parents are almost never home until later at night because of work, then they can't really tell you what to do. It's different now, I guess. Like if you were a kid now, they could just text you. Be like, dumbass, go do the dishes. Certified Wetback says, think of it like this. She's going to get a text no matter what. It's up to you to make sure that it isn't someone else. That's facts. That is a fact. My parents expected me to read their minds. Well, no wonder they beat you so much. Mr. Blue says the idea was that I'd learn a routine. It's a great concept in theory. Huh. Mm. Let's see. Routines are overrated if you ask me. It depends. I think that routines to a certain extent are very useful, but they shouldn't be end all be alls. You know, like to True Blue's earlier point, like if you know that normally you do laundry on a Wednesday, but for whatever reason this Wednesday you have a third of your normal load, Like, well, maybe you just push it back and you allocate time to do it later. But some people will just literally robot mode, follow the exact same routine, regardless of what the context is. Certify wetback. I see that your -2 to intelligence has not improved since we started the stream because you said you miss all the shots you doesn't take. Oh my God. Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott. But to be fair, I make a lot of typos as well. It's True Blue says, I'd love to do ballroom someday. It seems like it would be something really fun to do with my bae. He's a foot taller than me, uh, and his dancing is whiter than he is. But it seems like it would be a fun way to spend dedicated time together. Hey, Catboy says, "Hey, he corrected the typo." Yeah, I see it. I know. I'm just, I gotta get some jabs in at certified wetback. He really, he really dropped the ball yesterday. For those who weren't here for the earlier conversation, um, or who didn't get to see last night's stream, the VOD should go up tomorrow, so you guys can watch it in all its glory. You can watch me cry as I eat hot wings. But basically, I did a special stream last night where I had some friends over. We ordered 100 wings from Wingstop, and then we got the current set of Hot One sauce, or the season 17 set of Hot One sauce. So we basically played Truth or Dare, but instead of doing dares, you had to just specifically eat a hot wing, and it was a lot of fun. But the twist was that whoever throughout the challenge was like the least committed, like they weren't answering the questions as much or they weren't eating the wings as much, um, they were going to have to eat the hottest sauce regardless. So they were going to get what we called the mega dab and have to eat that hottest sauce. So Certified Wetback was there. He was doing so well in the beginning too. That's what's so sad about it. He was doing so strong. I was almost proud of him. And eventually he turned into a little bitch. Couldn't handle his sauce anymore. And so when the time came and this man lost the challenge, instead of taking it like a man, or even just owning up and saying like, "Hey, I can't do it," it's really gonna hurt. Like, please don't make me do this. This man walked out of my garage, locked the door with all of us in here except one other person. Thankfully, they were in the restroom, and then he went and he drove home. So, Certified Wetback is a bitch. Let's see. Dragon Craze says, "It's True Blue. I've always wanted to learn to dance. One, it's too expensive, and two, I want to actually have someone to dance with. She knows a lot of dance styles: waltz, foxtrot, tango, salsa, flamenco, rumba, etc., etc." Damn, good for her. I assume she's been doing it like all her life to be that skilled. Certified Wetback says, "I told you I was gonna leave. You just didn't believe me. I just didn't want to believe you. I actually did believe you. I didn't think you would lock us in the garage to leave. I wouldn't have really tried to stop you if you're gonna walk out to your car and drive away. I just, I don't know, man. It really wasn't that bad for you to have driven home like a little weenie, like a weenie hut junior. Um, Especially because like you ate sauce 7, which was definitely hotter than sauce 10. So if you could have handled sauce 7, you would have been fine with sauce 10. It's True Blue says, "Yeah, understandable. I kind of feel the same. That's awesome that she's into it. Catboy says, "There's no way anyone could ever get me to consume any kind of hot sauce. That shit is disgusting." Well, it just depends on the sauce, you know. Like I I actually liked a couple of the flavors enough that I would use them again. Most of them were actually dog shit though, which is sad because like as much as that set is and how popular Hot Ones is in general, you would think they could make like some better tasting sauces. Certified Webback says, "No, I plotted that shit. I was waiting for Eddie or Amanda to go use the restroom, and Amanda led the path to my freedom." I hope you understand that doesn't make you sound like smarter or better. That just makes you sound like more of a coward for running away from your commitment and planning it out that far. Uh, Dragon Craze says she's done a few competitions. That's very cool. I agree, True Blue. Certified Wetback says, "Nah, y'all said I was gonna eat the bomb." And True Blue says, "BRB." Yeah, of course we said you were gonna eat the bomb, but if you had just actually said, "Yeah, that thing is too hot. Can I please just eat one of the other sauces or anything else?" Would have been better than you running away. The bomb was insanely hot. Like, I'm not joking. I cried. Not like I was bawling, but just like my tear ducts opened up and I couldn't stop the tears from just falling down my face. Oh my god. That's funny. Let's see. Wandiki says that shit was fucking hot. Yeah, man, like that shit was on a different level. I don't know if it's just because we were being more like we were putting a decent amount of sauce on the wing, but the other version of the bomb, I don't feel like it was that hot. Now it could also be that I ate 7 other hot sauces before that one, so I just wasn't really like as prepared as when I take normally take like a little amount. I saw a tear, and Wandiki and I started sweating. Laugh out loud. Angry Meatball asks Wandiki, "Which one were you?" Alright. I am going to quickly fill up my water because I am out. BRB. back. Okay. Let's see. Certified with back. You still there? Go for it, Angry Meatball. Let me know which demigod you want to add to the list. Oh, I did not mean to make that a subgroup. Just delete that. Why is it doing it like that? Okay. Yes. Yes. Why in the fuck is it doing that? Oh, I think I get it now. Okay. Alright. There we go. That's a little counterintuitive, but whatever. That's why. New section. Magic. Degradation. Okay, sorry. A legendary thief rarely seen and never caught. Okay. I was asking Certified Webback because this is literally the notebook that I have open. So if you have any questions about anything, feel free to ask. I know you always have questions. A legendary thief, rarely seen and never caught. But I can show you any of the public notes that I've already made if you want to see anything. a second. I'm going to adjust the font, but you're free to read it as I'm doing so, and then I'll go back through it. Okay. Alright, there you are. So you got Oriana, goddess of mercy and light, whose color association is yellow. Ava, the goddess of passion or nature, with a color association of red. Miriam, the god of patience or time, the color association of green. Terova, the goddess of admiration, or also the water, ocean, and sea, the color association of blue. Nevea, goddess of aspiration, or the sky, wind, and air, the color association of indigo. Zarion, the god of prudence, or magic, the color association of purple. And then finally, Eisen, the god of conviction, or the heavens, whose color association is gold. And those are the 7 holy virtues. My message home. What a good song. I hate indigo. I'm not the biggest fan of the color either, but it is a color on the rainbow. Let's see. You're going to text me? Okay, I guess. You can't ask it in the chat. I can't even recall the last time I've seen anyone mention the color Mauve. Can I also see what caused the reclamation? No, you cannot. Mojave. Laugh my ass off. Is that how I said it initially? Either way, it's late. I will show you the page about the reclamation, though. You can read that if you want. I thought that's what I said. Either way. But I guess I'll just read it out. Little is known by the average person in regards to what the reclamations really are. All that is known is that they nearly ended the world twice before, and it is said the next will surely finish the job. Prophecy says that the world will break when it learns what caused the reclamations, and as such, most average folk do not seek out this knowledge, and those who know its truths guard the secret heavily, fearing what would happen if the world knew. The world is in what is called the Third Age, and this is referenced in calendars by the sign P2R, or the Roman numerals 1-1, P2R, post Second Reclamation, and then just basically lets me link to, you know, notes about the first, second, and third ages, respectively. Certified Webback says it's honestly like 40% red, green, a lot of colors being listed. Okay. We're in the last 20 minutes of the stream for the week. So just as another reminder, there will be no stream on Monday. So we will have our next stream on Wednesday, where we'll continue to kind of put some demigods together. So that should be interesting. There'll be a good deep dive for sure on Saturday. And yeah, that's really it. There'll be we won't be recording an episode of the podcast this week because we will be focusing on editing the stream from last night to make an actual like cleaner edited version that's not 4 hours long. So that one will go up on the podcast channel here in a little over a week once it gets edited and taken care of. And then what else is new? We will end up doing the one shot and streaming that once we're ready to do so. We just got to pick another date to do it and get that going. Yeah, that's about it. That's all that's new with me. Certified Wetback, are you okay, bro? He says, like, I can tell the differences between colors and stuff, but close colors like maroon and brown, or light green and yellow, or navy blue and black and others, like, that I can't tell a lot. Last thing, can I see the saying of how the world was made. Let me see. Where did I put that? I mean, I can show you the. Because I don't think I've typed that specific piece out on its own independent page. Yeah, I mean, this be the closest thing in terms of like what the general creation myth belief is. So, using those same deities, each god is believed to have given something to the world that allowed it to function the way that it does today. And parentheses with each name. Yeah, just referencing the fact that what they gave is listed with the actual names of the gods. It is also believed that the first non-deity to walk the world was born from the seven and is referred to as the Blessed Mother. From the Blessed Mother, all other natural creatures were born or descended. The Blessed Mother eventually grew old and chose to pass down her power or connection to the seven. This connection has passed down through the ages, and the inheritors of the connection are referred to as the Voice. The current Voice resides in the Holy Republic of Reina and acts as its ultimate ruler. Did the camera actually just shut off? There's no way. It was at 100%. Alright, well, that's cool. Hold that thought. There's no way it went from 100 to 0. Let me see. Okay, nope. I just decided it wanted to. Oh, there it goes. Yep, battery exhausted. And this is why I have a backup battery, people. Hold on 1 second. Thank you for your patience. You guys keep talking about how blind certified wetback is. I'll be back up in just a second. And I'm back. Let's see. Enemy Boss is one of my world's favorite saints. Is Magni, saint of scholars. When she invoked and seen by mortals, she is preceded by a pit fiend that she is bound in chains of light, and announces her as Balak, so abyssal feminine word for lord or master, and it serves her in a squire caddy. I feel as if I'm getting close to the answer of what caused the reclamations. I can almost guarantee you're not. Let me go play with the autofocus real quick. I just need to press a button. Or, yeah, that's a little blurry. There we go. That should fix it. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Be good enough for the rest of the night for sure. Let me put that down. That's a pretty solid demigod. Yeah, it's like I said, certified wetback, it's literally unguessable. You won't guess it unless I accidentally tell you or show you the answer. Which, I don't even think I'll put it in the notebook, to be honest. in the digital one. I'll probably just leave that in the physical one because it's all up here, baby. I gotta keep that one close to the vest because you're liable to, you know, ruin it. Let's see, 11:49. Okay. Don't put it in the digital. I fear that one day you'll accidentally put it on the screen. Now I've already separated the notebooks between a private and a public tab. So like I really have to fat finger like 2 or 3 times in a row. Like I would have to actually like just accidentally open up the private. Yeah, like I literally have the private one hidden within another folder. Let's see. Do a blast from the past. Because guess what? What's great about OneNote is all these notes that I put in for a previous campaign show up. No, I meant a folder in OneNote, bro, not like my porn folder. Next to my porn. Damn, we actually talked about my porn a little bit last night on the stream. Beautiful. Let me figure out who we're gonna raid tonight, guys. Hold that thought. Let's see who we're raiding. Let's see. Let's see who looks like a good raid for tonight. out of 10. Mohime was a 10 out of 10. Mostly because of me, but you did okay. Hmm. Yeah, you're right. Pickings are slim. I always like to try to keep it D&D related. There's someone I can raid. Uh, oh, Dungeon Master Symposium's live as well. We're probably gonna do someone I've been meaning to raid for a while. He's not doing D&D related stuff tonight though, but that's fine. We're gonna go ahead and do him. He deserves the raid, and so I'm gonna go ahead and do that then. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and set up this raid. So let's see, we got 5 minutes late. Symposium is coding for fuck's sake. He's always coding. Yeah, that man is a monster. So we're gonna go ahead and raid L2S Entertainment. I'm gonna go ahead and do it now so I can say hi to him. Let's see. He does some D&D related content, but he's not doing that at this exact moment. But we're still be nice, say hello. So thank you everyone for tuning in for the giveaway. We are going to go say hi and hang out for a few minutes, and then I will see you guys on Wednesday. So peace out, guys.